Hey everybody, this is Theokinawakid'S here, and this is part 2 of my own personal New Year's special. And like I said before on part 1, I'm going to talk to you about all the various TV shows and movies that I'm excited for this year. And I made a bunch of lists I won't forget. So, at least 2. So, here's like all the anime series and shows that I'm excited for, or rather, or rather the movies, because I actually grabbed the movie one. So the movie list, here we go. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, the movie's gonna be probably okay, I guess. It looks fine. I mean, it's CGI meets a live action sort of hybrid. At most, it'll be one of the lesser. At most, it'll probably be pretty good. It's probably gonna be like one of the lesser, like Blue Sky films, probably in terms of quality. Not to mention the whole thing just seems like, yes, it looks like a cash grab, but it looks like a very expensive cash grab. So, with that being said, I don't mind it. Let's see. Space Jam: A New Legacy. From what I hear from Space Jam: A New Legacy, it's gonna be fun. LeBron James. I was going to say Kobe Bryant. LeBron James seems like a great choice for this, and I love the fact that like all the Looney Tunes are gonna be here, and it's gonna be more like virtual reality than anything else. They're gonna actually go into like the Warner Bros. Library and basically have the Monstars be like Warner Bros. Villains. So that'll be interesting. I won't say it again. LeBron James' son is gonna be like a programmer who more or less is gonna be trapped in the game, and LeBron James had to save his son, not played by his actual son, but he's by actor, but you get the idea. So he had to save his son and team up with Looney Tunes to stop him. Also, classic Lola Bunny's gonna be in this. Awesome. Outside of that, like every Looney Tunes there, like Bugs, Daffy, all of them, except for two. Speedy Gonzalez and Pepe Le Pew, which, ironically enough, are kind of like the most controversial Looney Tunes at the moment, because one, Pepe Le Pew is literally a date rape waiting to happen, and Speedy Gonzalez is very, very much as like a lot of people say he's a Mexican stereotype to the nth degree. So, literally, I can see why they chose not to include them. But hey, we got Penelope in a Space Jam uniform, like a Toon Squad uniform. Penelope Pussycat is gonna probably replace Pepe Le Pew at this point. Which, on a side note, I wonder, since Pepe Le Pew is so controversial now. I mean, the last time he showed up in the cartoon was in the new Looney Tunes show, formerly known as Wabbit. So, I wonder if like we could have like Penelope Pussycat replace Pepe Le Pew, like actually give her more of a personality and more or less like make some fun cartoons with her. Hey, I might just do like a fan fiction idea episode with Penelope Pussycat on where Warner Bros. aka Looney Tunes might go with her, since Pepe Le Pew is being more or less retired as a character. So, yeah. Outside of that, there's Raya the Last Dragon. It looks like a Southeast Asian avatar, and I love it. I love the design of the character of Raya. I'm not sure if Raya is the main girl or the main dragon, but yeah, I love the warriors type of story where it's like, hey, all these different human factions are warring against each other. I need to bring peace and order to the land and basically find the last dragon in order to stop it, which is a simple plot enough. I like it. It deals with Southeast Asian lore, so that's something. Not a lot of stories that coming from Southeast Asia. I love how Disney is trying to do different things, and it's not even the only Disney movie coming out, more or less, or even the first Disney princess movie. So with that being said, this year, I mean, with that being said, let me get to the other one, Encanto. Let's see if that's saying, yeah, Encanto. Encanto, we know next to nothing about, outside of the fact that it's going to be probably a Disney princess movie, and it's going to be somewhere in South America. And from what I see from the, big blowout trailers, from Disney's promotion day, with all the trailers from the MCU and all that shit. Encanto's gonna be a pretty lively event, so I'm looking forward to it. Another Disney movie coming out this year is Luca. Luca is a coming of age sort of story between two best friends in Italy, which I like. I like this. I like this in a mysterious adventure, which I'm gonna enjoy it. Not much known about it, but yeah, I actually enjoy a little trip to Italy. Sounds good. Let's see. Sing 2. Sing doesn't really warrant a actual sequel, but I'm gonna be interested if they gotta do something with it because they kind of already solved the problem in the first movie. Saving saving them theater and all that shit. So I wonder how they're gonna make a sequel out of this, and if so, are you gonna have the same contestants, or are you gonna have new characters mixed within the old contestants? So it'll be very interesting to see how Sing 2 pans out. Connected. Connected is a movie that I saw briefly and also in trailers. So I like the idea and the message of it. Like, I like the whole thing of like, okay, could be a great unifier and a great divider depending on how you use it, and more or less, especially when it comes to family and all that, which I like. And I like the whole technology uprising against humanity plot, out very Terminator-esque, very Matrix X. So with that being said, I like this idea. Also, the main girl character is very much like an LGBTQ represented character, which I always like. So there's that. Let's see. Rumble. Rumble, just for the fact that it's a kaiju wrestling movie, I love it. Like, I love the idea of just like, well, kaiju, if you've seen any kaiju movie, it's basically glorified wrestling with more complex costumes. So, with that being said, Rumble is going to be an interesting thing because it's literally a wrestling story, like, an upcoming underdog wrestling story with basically kaiju, which I love. So, I'm hoping for it will be a huge success. Minions 2: The Rise of Gru. Personally, Minions 2 is not like, I was never really like, okay, the first Despicable Me movie was great. Second one was alright. Third one didn't really need to be made. And the Minions movie was kind of bullshit. So, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole Despicable Me franchise. Despicable Me 2 looks neat in the 70s setting. I kind of like it. But the thing is, I don't really think this gonna pan out too well, especially with the animation fans like already sick of the Minions franchise due to overexposure. So, yeah. Addams Family 2. Addams Family 2 is gonna be awesome. I'm a huge Addams Family fan, as you probably already guessed by my previous videos, and I'm hoping this series could actually be as influential as the 90s live action movies, or like the original movies from not the original movies, but like the original show from the 60s, or even like the anime movies, animated show from the 90s. So hopefully we can actually have a pretty good movie with this. I'm not sure about the plot, but I like the new Addams Family. So yeah. Hotel Transylvania 4. Okay, same as the Addams Family. I love the series, but here's the thing. You already wrapped things up with 3, where, Dracula finds love again and, Van Helsing's daughter. So, or granddaughter in this case. So how are you supposed to get a new plot here? Because where do you go from that? You already have a cruise. You already have, the daughter marrying off. What next? It'll be like another time skip, and basically we have Dennis basically married Winnie finally. I guess. It'll be kind of interesting. Like, oh yeah, it'll be like 10 years in the future, and he's already kind of grown. Okay, I can see that. I mean, we already have 2 kids. We already have 2 movies with him as a kid, so I could just see him like giving a time skip and have him more or less leaving the nest. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, that's kind of like the next logical step, right? So yeah, that's sort of the whole thing on that. Let's see. Bob's Burgers, the movie. As a fan of Bob's Burgers, I would love to see this movie come into place. This is probably gonna be like a really big event for all Fox Animation fans, and hopefully, basically, Bob's Burgers does turn out well. It's gonna be probably be in 2D animation, which is a rarity nowadays. So I would love to see how Bob's Burgers gonna pan out. So here's hoping. Batman: Soul of the Dragon. Batman Soul of the Dragon is gonna be awesome. It's an original script that has a completely original story. It ain't based on anything, but it's very much 70s in a nutshell, where it's like black exploitation, Bruce exploitation, kung fu action, and all that stuff, and lots of deep cuts to various Batman lore. I love this movie. I like the idea of this movie. I love the fact that it's a 70s vibe, and hopefully it could actually pan out really well. So, well, that's all the movies I'm excited about for this year. Now, to do a quick thing with the series, because I don't want to make this video too long. So, let's see. The series. Aquaman, King of the Lands. Aquaman's got to finally get a new series. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Aquaman is one of my favorite superheroes, if not one of my top 10 favorite superheroes in comics. So, hopefully, this series could do well. Elliot from Earth. Elliot from Earth is a good idea. He and his mom basically being randomly selected to be the ambassadors of Earth in a whole federation of planets, more or less. And basically, him as ambassador is gonna be interesting. And meeting up his new dinosaur friend is gonna be interesting. Having adventures with him. So yeah, I'm excited for this series, and it's made by the same guys as Amazing World Gumball, so hopefully it does well. Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai. As a prequel series that's gonna explain the cultural origins of the Mogwai in China, more specifically 1930s Shanghai, I'm not sure if everybody wants to see this because, Gremlins is such a sacred sort of, golden calf of a series where people don't want to be messing with it. So Back to the Future. So it's gonna be interesting how people gotta react to this. So here's hoping. I Love Arlo. I Love Arlo is a series gonna be based on a movie that's coming out on Netflix. And from what I see from the trailers and actual animation, it's gonna be an interesting series. I like the designs, I like the character designs, I like the setting, and hopefully we can have a good, feel-good sort of series with us. So, Jellystone. Jellystone is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, all of it. Alright, you got Yogi Bear, you got Huckleberry Hound, you got Quick Draw McGraw, all the animal Hanna-Barbera characters in one roof, and a new updated style. So hopefully we can have a great time with them and basically, all that. Camp Coral. All I'm gonna say now is Camp Coral is an unnecessary spin-off to SpongeBob, and Steven Hillenburg will roll in his grave because of it. Because Camp Coral is kind of like a cheap cash grab that Nickelodeon's like, let's do it. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Monsters at Work. At this point, Monsters at Work is fine. I'm a little bit burnt out on Monsters stuff at the moment, like Pixar's Monsters series, because the Monsters University kind of sort of give me a weird, uncanny feeling of why we need this? But yeah, that's sort of my whole thing. MODOK. MODOK is going to be funny. I like MODOK as a character in Marvel. MODOK, the series, is like him running AIM and basically trying to balance his work life with his family life, which his family's all kind of weird, and I would like to see it in Hulu. Yeah, I would like to see it. Star Wars Bad Batch and Star Trek Prodigy. Short and simple, to the point. I hope these series do well. I'm more of a Star Trek fan than a Star Wars fan at this point, but hopefully, from what I could tell from both series, it's polar opposites, but it's coming from the big two sci-fi show series out there, so hopefully we can have a good enough series with both of them. So here's hoping. Rugrats 2021. I'm not sure if I want this. I'm not really sure if I want Rugrats 2021 back. I'm not sure. I'll just see what happens. And then finally, I mean, no, not finally, but like the Ghost of Molly McGee. It's a cute series. It looks like a cute series. Also, Dana Snyder basically playing a ghost. Master Shake. I love the idea of Master Shake as a ghost, like a cranky ghost that's haunted by a little girl. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, hopefully that'll be awesome. And here's hoping. Also, Unicorn. Um, Unicorn is gonna be Danny Tarkovsky's new fantasy series coming out on HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Man, I am excited about this. Danny Tarkovsky's cranking them out. Primal, all that crap. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hopefully, we can have it where it's gonna be available both on TV and on streaming. So here's hoping it's gonna be great. And yeah, and that's kind of like all my thoughts about the various TV shows and movies that are coming out in 2021. So, yep, this has pretty much been the Okinawa Kid, and I'm signing out. And hopefully, Happy New Year's, everybody! And hopefully, this year is better than last year. So, this is the Okinawa Kid signing out.